welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today we are doing a 2-page layout using the Simple Stories Fall Farmhouse, collection that I got from Tuesday morning last week. So what I did, I had this wood grain background. I had the white one too, and I wasn't sure if I wanted that or just the plain wood. And I decided the picture looked better on the wood background. So that's what I picked. Today I'm kind of doing a layout. It's a 2-page layout, and I've kind of seen a lot of these types of layouts around Instagram lately, and so I decided to take a crack at it. So it's just kind of using papers to kind of make layered triangles on the sides. So what I did is I actually used the 6x8 pieces of paper. And I actually did the whole layout with just the 6x8. I never even got into the 12x12 sheets. So you can see I'm just layering them using the corners. I decided to use the papers that had the big phrases on the back of them. I don't usually use those big phrases, so I figured what better way than to use the opposite sides. And then I'm just going to kind of stagger the triangles on the other side. Didn't want them like straight across. I kind of wanted one up, one down kind of a thing. And one thing with this video too, I wanted to mention while I'm trimming those and doing this other side, I did speed up this video even more because it was a 2-page layout and it was kind of a long video when I sped it up just what I usually do. So if this speed works for you guys, if you like it, if you don't like it, if you could comment and let me know. I think this video was honestly going to be almost like 20 minutes. So I really didn't want... I just felt like that was way too long. And it was kind of repetitive with the triangles and the layering and stuff. So if you can comment and let me know, that would be great. So then at first when I did the triangles, I thought I was going to have them on the sides, but then when I finished, I decided that I liked them on the top and the bottom best. So I did flip the page, and then I went back to my 6x8 pieces of paper and found a plaid there that I liked to back the photo, and then decided to double back it just because, you know, the background is kind of busy, that background paper there. So I found an off-white piece of scrap paper and double backed it. And it kind of just, I like double backing it sometimes to kind of make the picture bigger or make, I don't know, just make it kind of bigger. I had trimmed the top of the picture down and just wanted it to fill space. So double backing sometimes helps with that. So then I grabbed the ephemera and knew I kind of wanted something to the top right and the bottom left. So I just kind of played around with all the different ephemera. This collection I absolutely love. Every piece of the ephemera. I mean, there is that truck you saw at the beginning. There's this ladder at the bottom right there. I don't end up using, but then there's a wagon. They're just so, I mean, it fits the title, Fall Farmhouse. It just gives you that farmhouse kind of feel. So I decided I liked the layered of the flowers there, and then the 2 pumpkins with the saying on top. I liked how that looked. I am still working on trying to figure out all of the layering. I see all these layouts with all these layers, and I really, really like them, but when I get down to it, I just have a hard time, I don't know, piecing them all together. So then I have this banner here. I was going to use the fall one, but then because I used the Welcome Fall title kind of at the bottom, I decided not to. So I grabbed the chipboard banner there, added that little bow on the right-hand side, and I think that finishes off that first page. Kind of more plain. I probably could maybe add some mixed media to it, but I do really like that wood background there. And kind of, it gives that, obviously, you know, that farmhouse feel to go along with the layout there. Oh, I forgot. I guess I decided that bottom right needed something. So use that chipboard there. And then there was that heart too. So I popped that up on a foam sticker and just that finishes off that kind of cluster there. And then moving on to the second page, I have these two pictures here. I end up trimming down this one and it turns out okay, but I kind of actually struggled figuring out how to place the pictures on this layout. Like I said, it turns out looking okay. And then, so what I'm doing now is going back through the 6x8 paper, finding the same papers I used on the first sheet, and I'm going to repeat the same process on this side and do the triangles again. But this time, one little trick I learned on the second page was to layer them all and then cut it. The first time I cut through, I think it only cut like the top page, but then I was able to cut through all of them after that, and it just kind of saved some time. So I liked how that worked. And then I really just wanted to utilize as many of the scraps as I could. So I found, kind of a right angle on this yellow one, and so I wanted the other side to be kind of smaller triangles, and I actually end up doing two sets of the triangles on this side. So for whatever reason, even though it saved time to layer them all and then cut them all at once, I didn't do that with this one. I don't know why, but I didn't. And then so I just did 3 pieces or 3 layers on that one because it is kind of small. And then I ended up having to trim some of the scraps to make it into a right angle, but it ended up working. And so I just used, I think I only used 3 layers on this one as well. And yeah, I think I do. And then I decided on the back of one of these pieces of paper, one of the big phrases had this really cute cluster of, pumpkins. And so I do end up fussy cutting that right there. So the pumpkins and the flowers. So that is fussy cut out of a 6x8 piece of paper. And I decided I liked it kind of sitting on top of that because that picture is kind of long and skinny. So that kind of helps with that cluster. And then I just used my scraps. It was a little challenging because I wanted to use all the smaller pieces to back the picture. So I did trim off the side so I could use that kind of bluish paper to back it with. And like I said, utilize as much of the paper as I could. And so I really liked how that turned out. And then I must have had quite a big scrap of the yellow that I used on the triangles there because I end up backing the big photo there with that yellow paper, which I was trying to kind of pick them. I don't know, I didn't want that to blend in with that yellow triangle on the right-hand side, but I think that must have been the only piece of paper that kind of worked. So I used it, ends up working out and looking fine, I think. And instead of kind of having a straight line all the way across, I did lower that picture a little bit, which enabled me to kind of add some embellishments below that long skinny picture. So just going through all of the ephemera again, trying to figure out what I wanted, where I wanted to place things. I thought about that wreath there, but decided against it. There's just so many cute embellishments. I just did not know what to put there. I end up not actually putting anything. So then I found that other wreath and that thankful at the top. That thankful is part of the chipboard. And decided I liked that, and that just gave it kind of a simple embellishment cluster. And then I do get out my favorite enamel dots to accent that cluster there in the same kind of colors. It's an Echo Park enamel dot collection. It's a fall one, and I have been using that all the time with all my fall collections. It's just such a good fall color. So then I have these 3 phrase stickers here, and then I use the enamel dots as well. And I think that finishes out this layout. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.